gathering. Woman, wait, God is staying. Woman, wait, not even noise. You guys, are you the owner of the house? What the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't like noisy place, don't come to Big Brother Naija house. They don't go anywhere. It's going. You know, she's annoying. It's annoying. I'm not talking to you. Stop this. I don't know. Now be doing it. Don't worry.
This time around, it's fate versus the whole house. Yes, I know you'll be wondering, one man against the whole house. Anyways, this afternoon, the housemates were singing out loud, doing gospel music, karaoke for themselves. And just then, Faith comes in and tells them to reduce their voice, that they are beginning to make noise. In fact, the house is noisy. And they're like, who are you to tell your fellow housemates to keep it low? Well, Faith still insisted, and the housemates weren't finding it funny. Media was even asking him, like, who are you? Are you the owner of this house? Who are you to come dictate to your fellow housemates? And Faith said, well, they want to know who he is, that he's the one that brings the idea in this house, that without him, they can't function. Koyin didn't even find that funny. He had to match the same energy with Faith, and telling the whole house, did you guys just hear that? That Faith is saying that without him, nothing will work in this house. No wager, no task. Like, bro, come on. And you know, while they were trying to tell Faith that without him the house can move forward, Faith then went towards the went and brought the wager materials. That's their wager presentation, the whole story. He has written down the ideas he wants to execute and started to tear it right in front of them. Faith didn't just tear the paper, he even went ahead to bet with them that they're going to fail this wager because without him, they can't deliver. And the housemates were like, come on, without you, we won't deliver. How about all the tasks you've been doing? How about all the ones we fail as well? Why didn't you get to win it? Were you not in the house? All the, and then Mensan actually said something. Mensan said that, can you believe that the last wager that this guy decided to take all accolade, the last wager they did in their team, not this cultural heritage thing, no, the wager before this one, that was Jason J who wrote down the story, who brought the ideas, but who took the accolade. That it was Faith that they gave all the accolades. And at that point, Faith was signaling to Jason to come hear what Mensan is saying. Maybe kind of for Jason J to debunk that and say, no, it's Faith that contributes. Because if you can remember, Jason was even thanking Faith after that wager, okay? And Mensan was still saying the same thing. Jason even came, and the only thing Jason said was like, you people are the one fueling this guy's ego. Well, Faith stole all the papers and the material he has written down. Mensan only reached to get one of his, and then told Faith that actually, he was even telling the whole house that he actually likes Faith, although he knows that Faith doesn't like him back. But this guy's attitude, that it can be too much, and today's one, that is overboard. That what he just did now is what outside of here, boys go just match him. People will match him. People will deal with him. That can he try this outside of here? And Mensan was not asking, not Mensan, please, Rooboy. Then asked Mensan, but why you go even like Faith safe? Why you go like him in the first place? K-Bobo said that Faith is only looking for highlights. He wants the camera to be on him. That hope he has gotten that. That he knows that all of this one is just for drama purposes. That outside the house, we even try to react this way. And it was surprising seeing K-Bobo. Please forgive me if you're a K-Bobo fan, but seeing K-Bobo come up, say all these things. Bro. Anyways, K-Bobo told Faith to pray that his own team doesn't win, because if his team eventually gets to win, that Faith is not going to have a taste of whatever foodstuff and shopping they will be in charge of. K-Bobo even went deeper by telling Faith that he should go and F himself. That haven't wagers been won without him? Haven't tasks been won without him? If he's all that special, why haven't he? That maybe he should just win all the tasks being brought in the house, or all the wager, all the sponsor tasks, since he feels he's special and the house can't do with his ideas. Why is he not winning back to back all the sponsor tasks they've been doing, all the wager they've been in? Or haven't they failed wager this season? Or haven't they won wager this season? That Faith should go and F himself. For Mide, she said she doesn't even blame Faith at all. That she blamed herself and the housemates for engaging Faith. That had it been anytime Faith talks this way, they ignore him, he would definitely look like a mad person, because he will end up talking to himself. That let them learn how to ignore Faith. That can they even ignore Faith forever? Maybe just ignore him, whatever thing he's saying or doing. the house should just pretend and act like nobody is saying anything or nobody is speaking. By that way, they will know if Faith will continue to behave this way. Meanwhile, when Faith was tearing the materials and Mensan reached out for one of his, Koyin thought maybe when Mensan wanted to stop Faith from tearing the materials. And Koyin was like, no, 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 allow him to tear everything. And then started telling Faith, you see in this house, you will see what I'll be bringing in this Weja task. You will see the ideas I will bring. You will go crazy hearing my ideas. You think you're special. You think you have ideas. You're going to see us win this Weja. And just then, Rooboy was like, maybe we go even leave this way. Is it even a must to do it? And Koyin was like, no way. Didn't you hear what Faith said? That he said that without him, we won't function, we won't win wager. That this is the time to prove him wrong. And Jason J was like, in fact, that they for not even reply this one, because if eventually at the end of the day, maybe tomorrow they lose this wager, that Faith is going to say it's because of him, it's because he didn't participate, and it's because his ideas weren't used. Meanwhile, in the midst of this chaos, it was surprising to see some housemates who were dressed moping that couldn't even say anything. Kola, Dede, Zita. In fact, I was even surprised that Emisi didn't get to join them in this reaction. Emisi was even the one telling them to just ignore Fate, that they should ignore him, they should ignore him. You know, they shouldn't reply or try to say, maybe prove him wrong or attack him. That the best way to react towards Fate is just silence. So ignore him and just, go your way. That if you keep replying him, he will keep doing other things that will get you angry. Anyways, Mensa said that he doesn't even blame the house, that all of this is Sultana's fault, that had it been Sultana agreed to Faith's advances and kept Faith under the duvet, Faith wouldn't be acting this way towards the housemates. That is the fault of Sultana and Jason. In fact, now Jason caused them. Now Jason goes snatch Sultana from Faith, and now Faith is going mad and behaving in an irrational way. At this point, Faith just sat by the corner sipping his juice and giving them a middle finger. Well, Rooboy then said that with this new development, everybody should return to their team. Just in case you missed it, so earlier on yesterday, Faith had brought an idea where he said regardless of this wager being done by two teams, that they can still decide to give Big Brother a show by maybe after each team has performed, or even in the process of each team, they can still get more casts from the other team. For instance, in their own presentation, they are looking for a way they will bring Jason J to come perform as an invited artist. Now, when he brought that idea, Zita said, no, they should stick to their team, that this is an instruction from Big Brother. And Faith said, see, in as much as there is an instruction from Big Brother, that it still lies in their hands. They can still make things happen. That if Big Brother bring them in this house and all of them say they don't want to stay in this house, they want to go, that Big Brother will definitely open that door and everybody will leave. That at the end of the day, they have decisions. There are things they can take by their own hand. That idea didn't go okay with Zita. But Rooboy and Jason J actually understood what Faith was trying to say and said, okay, at the end of the day, what Biggie wants is entertainment, right? That Faith was now pointing to them that they should remember that they've actually won wager as a house, even when Big Brother divided them into two teams. When Biggie said that both teams impressed him and that they've won their wager as a house, not as a team. And that they should remember they've also failed as a house. And they should also remember they've won by team. So this time around, that they can do something beautiful. And that besides, the both team lack enough characters, being by the virtue of housemates no longer in the house. Like they just have few housemates, okay? So both team actually have ideas, but to execute this, they need more characters. That why can't they just come together as a house? After all, at the end of the day, it's to win the wager. That's the goal, okay? So Rude Boy and Jason actually agreed and said they would talk to their teams about it. In fact, Rude Boy was even telling Jason to go talk to his team, and he was like, that his team is okay with it, let them run it. But going by what Faith just did, Rooboy now said, in fact, Rooboy was even saying, are you even sure? Maybe we should just leave this wager. Maybe we'll just tell people that we're not going to do this. So you know how Rooboy is. And Koyin was like, no, this is when we'll have to prove this guy wrong. And Rooboy now said, please, everybody, now go to your team and, do your thing. Anyways, they were still in their reactive state until Big Brother called that they should go do the paint and sip. Meanwhile, Mensan told Faith that he really needs to go and learn how to talk to people. That you don't talk to people in a certain way, regardless of the level you feel you're in or what you've achieved in life. That he should learn how to speak to people as human. That he talks to people in such a degrading form and manner, and that is not okay. And he's telling him from a place of like, in fact, he was even saying that he likes Faith. That he likes Faith, but Faith's attitude sometimes used to throw him off balance. Anyway, guys, what's your view on this one? Remember that what led to this whole thing is Faith telling them to lower their voice, that they are beginning to make noise with the praise and worship. Let me not call it praise and worship, but they were just singing a gospel song, Christian song, okay? And remember, this is what caused the fight. So, what do you think with the whole reaction that followed suit? Faith tearing the materials for wager preparation, Faith telling them without him they can't do in terms of wager and all of that, being that his idea remains the best, and Koyin challenging Faith, Jason J challenging and all of that. Let me hear your opinion. And why did you think most housemates did not even react to this whole buzz? Let me read from you in the comment section, okay? Please, if you enjoyed this, do well to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.